President Donald Trump announced on Sunday that the National Guard will start withdrawing from Washington, D.C., on Sunday. The National Guard was deployed to D.C. in an attempt to deter demonstrators from gathering after curfew to protest the May 25 death of George Floyd. Floyd, a black man, died after Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin knelt on his neck for several minutes. Approximately 5,000 troops had been deployed to D.C., with a mix of out-of-state and local members reporting for duty, according to CNN. "I have just given an order for our National Guard to start the process of withdrawing from Washington, D.C., now that everything is under perfect control," Trump said in his tweet. "They will be going home, but can quickly return, if needed." Far fewer protesters showed up last night than anticipated. He added. The city saw its largest demonstrations to date on Saturday, with thousands gathering in the city center to protest Floyd's death and police brutality. Demonstrators gather at the U.S. Capitol on June 7, 2020. Tasos Katopodis, stringer, Getty Images. The protests remained peaceful even after D.C. ended its curfew. Trump's tweet did not specify if only the out-of-state troops would be withdrawing or if he was ordering all forces to leave. The Guard has been deployed in several cities, but it was particularly active in D.C., with troops lining the Lincoln Memorial at one point last week. Members of the D.C. National Guard stand on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial as demonstrators participate in a peaceful protest against police brutality and the death of George Floyd. On June 2, 2020 in Washington, DCWin McNamee, Getty ImagesTrump had previously touted the importance of having a National Guard presence at protests, encouraging troops to dominate the streets. In D.C., the troops had been used for security at the White House, where the president reportedly hid in a bunker during protests, as well as at monuments throughout the city. But local government officials had taken issue with the legality of the National Guard's presence in D.C. over the last week, questioning Attorney General William Barr about the deployment. "I don't think that the military should be used on the streets of American cities against Americans," D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser said about the forces. "And I definitely think it shouldn't be used for a show." Quote,